Hello everyone and welcome to my intuitive energy channel. Hope you're all doing well. And again, apologies I've not been on for a while, but I have been busy. Hope you're enjoying the autumn time, hence why I'm dressed like it's autumn. It's a little bit chilly, isn't it? Yeah, so this is a collective reading for whoever I am reaching out to and whoever this resonates with. Okay, so I think we'll just get along with the reading. Okay, and I hope you're all having a lovely time and things are great for you guys. So let's have a look at this reading. I'm going to put my glasses on. And picking up energies here for the collective, for whoever I am reaching out to, whoever is drawn to this reading, using my intuitive energies. It's all about energies, is this channel, and empathic energies and spiritual energies, okay? Whatever comes in here. So I'm using my channeling deck here. So I was drawn to that intuitively. I picked it up. So I'm looking at that. What can we? I get you've been through, whoever I'm reaching out to here, you've been through some kind of quite tough times, and I feel it's one of those eras or chapters that you'll be glad to see the back of. But I see this like next chapter kind of unfolding or starting a new chapter. It's kind of I'm getting this energy of being exhausted at the energies from this particular chapter that's coming to a close. Is I get somebody pretty much dashing about, moving there, moving here, running around, trying to tie up loose ends. Whether this is work, things have not been great at work. I get that too. Distractions, constant distractions from trying to get to a destination. I feel like you're closing that door, because if this is work, whatever this is, whatever this was you was struggling with, was trying to the energies I'm getting here, this situation was trying to hold you back. They were deliberately making this difficult for you, deliberately making things to exhaust you. And the reason why they wanted to exhaust you is so that you're more malleable, is that the word? To control. Wow, I don't like that energy. Yeah, it's like exhausting you, so you've got no energies for yourself. You've got no energy. It's like trying to burn you out. So you've got no energy. And a part of this is to be able to weaken you, to able to control you and manipulate you. But it didn't work. I don't feel it worked. Now, I also get this could be a relationship where this person was constantly trying to prod you and bring you into arguments and make you very highly strung, very anxious, confused, trying to create chaos, because they wanted you to. I'm getting a narcissistic energy. They wanted you to revolve around them, and the more that you are happy, the more that you are I'm trying to get the energies here, the more that you are I'm getting enabling protection, protecting yourself. I feel the more that you have are happier, upbeat, confident, independent, the more that you're like that, the more likely that you are going to steer away from them and look at your own needs. And the last thing that they want is for you to become um, focused on your own needs. It's all about their needs. So I do get like an energy of narcissism here. So there's a lot of like manipulation, gaslighting, and things like that. So I picked out this channeling card. If there's a noise in the background, I keep getting this pop up, which I can't seem to stop on my laptop. I've tried to disable it and it keeps popping up. So if you keep hearing that, I do apologize. Okay. Um, so I get this here and it's written on one side and I kept it blank on the other side. So I don't feel as much to say about this apart from keeping at a distance. And you've worked this out. I feel that you've worked out, uh, yeah, you've worked out this dynamic. You've worked out this dynamic, keeping you very anxious, pressing your buttons, reminding you of things that that you've not, like wounds. It's like wounds that you've not healed from the past, and dragging them back up and bringing them into yeah. This is all about trying to manipulate you through your vulnerabilities. Yeah. Wow. I mean, narcissistic characters, toxic people do this, And I have to say, if you've actually been through this or you're going through this, these types of people do not know how to care. They don't know how to love. They don't have empathy. The way that they operate in a dynamic of control is to get their needs met, and they operate under a very kind of insecure, very fragile ego. So it's like keeping your distance and seeing this for what this is, actually seeing it, observing it before you take it on board, thinking, wow, you must be so insecure to have to play these stupid games. And I feel sad because it's like you don't have to do that because you're self-aware. So you've worked out this dynamic, which I think as well, when you work out somebody's intentions and dynamics and dissect it to somebody really you wouldn't have anything to do with if you knew them, like you've discovered what they're like. You would not have this person puts on a persona, they pretend to be something that they're not when they meet you. I think if you knew them as who they are, this fragile ego has to go around pressing people's buttons, trying to bring up their vulnerabilities to control them. You would have not had anything to do with it. You think, what sort of a monster are you, kind of thing. So you've worked out this dynamic that they started, and they started this lie, but they got lost in their lies. This person got swamped with, they told so many lies about themselves and about you and about the people that are around them. I get third parties. They told so many lies, they don't even know what the truth is. And this is where this person is sitting right now. This narcissist is actually to confuse, but that I feel confuse everyone, but they've actually confused themselves. They've told so many lies they don't even know. But instead of accepting, wow, I've forgotten all the lies that I've told, I'm going to actually blame the collective for all of the lies that I've told. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have had to be like that. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have had to, have a third party. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have had to stretch to manipulate all these people against you. So yeah, they've told everyone around them that it was you that was at fault, that it was you that was nasty, that it was you that was the spiteful, vindictive manipulator, that it was you that didn't know how to be affectionate, that it was you that was very cold and icy, that it was you, all the things that they were doing, they blamed you for. Because it's like, well, I'm going to get in there first. I mean, at this point in time, I don't even feel that you thought anything was going on in the background. You thought things were ticking over and okay, well, that person has said that, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt kind of thing, because that's what normal people do. Um, but they got in there first before you did. So they painted this char caricature about you that's absolutely opposite to who you are, um, to suit their narrative. Now, I do get a female here. So this could be a female that did this, that realized they told that many lies about you that um and that they painted you as the villain, and in their story that if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be like this. I wouldn't be manipulative. I wouldn't shout at everyone. I wouldn't get so vindictive to anyone because I'd been treated like that by the collective. So everything has become your fault with this person. Um, the reason they did this is because you were not there. You were they needed somebody to blame, scapegoat for all of their trash that they were feeling, all the things that they felt that they had not received in life and feeling bitter about their own choices they've made. So you became something they could blame all that onto, you know. I think they get this like out of sight, out of mind. If this is a male that's done this, I think this male has been like this. I feel the female too. If it's a female, they've been like this most of their lives. They bitch and moan, and they gossip like a like a silly little woman. I say male. I get male here who's bitching like a bitchy female. Um, but they've done it. They've always done it. They've always got gossiping. They've learned that this has actually worked. The gossip, creating gossip. They know how gossip spreads. Gossip will spread. I start this, I plant the seed, and this will spread. So this person got in there first. And the female, I feel, had to cover the lies that they told about you. The only thing is that people who do know you, that've known you for many, many years, have have heard these lies, and they've thought, well, that's not nice that she or he is telling these lies about the collective, because we know the story behind that. We know the backstory, and we know that, how awful that the collective is having to deal with that. So yeah, I feel that is coming to light. But like I said, this person, because she wasn't there, it's just gossip. It's gossip, but it's nasty and it's vindictive and it's toxic. Because you were not there, they talked about you. That's what I've got here. And I get people around this person was encouraging this gossip. because they were toxic too and they wanted to hear the juice, the juicy how, how far this person would go to throw the collective under the bus. Yeah. How far would this collective go to throw this person under the bus? How far would they go to throw the collective under the bus? And they certainly threw you under the bus. That's what I get here. But I also get this group of people, I feel bad for the collective because I know that person, I've known them years, and I know that they didn't, I know the story here. That's wrong. I feel, you know, I also get some money involved here. I feel this female or this male was trying to overstep you when it came to a legacy, trying to get what you were meant to get, what you were meant to receive. They were trying to override that so they would get that. Okay. For some of you, not all of you. So, stranger. I pulled out the stranger. Most of these people that they told were strangers and they didn't know you. They didn't know you and they just had to cover up. It was like they were bitching. They just wanted to defame you, make you look. It could be in a work situation. They just wanted to lower your reputation down. And I get the reason why they wanted to lower your reputation because they didn't they didn't have any value for their own reputation. They'd actually ruined their own reputation. I actually get people talking behind this person's back saying you only after the money or you only do things because you want something. And so this was all kind of deflected onto you. Yeah, I get a stranger. I get even this stranger that you don't know and they don't know you, encouraged this person and it could be a third party. It could be a third party because they encourage this person to say more, say more. It makes me look better, bitch about them more because, it gets me. I like that. It turns me on when you do that, gets me going kind of thing. And I pulled out this card and I'll pull out some others. And this is sheer arrogance. They felt that they were entitled to do this because they felt that they had ownership over you. I get narcissism here, whether this is a family member or a partner or an ex-partner. They felt that they had ownership and they were entitled to do that. I'm entitled to say this. I have a right to say this. They didn't care how this was going to have consequences and how this is going to come back on them. They didn't care about that. They didn't care about what you felt or what you're going to feel about what they've said. They didn't care about that. Whether this was going to be very hurtful. I don't care. I get them saying, I don't care. I don't care if she finds out or he finds out. I don't care. I actually get that. It actually shows to these people that they gossip to that actually don't care. Yeah, I'm thinking you don't care. You're saying all these things about the collective behind their back. And you really don't care, do you? This is what this has been framed as, I feel. It really doesn't, that, that person who has been gossiping is really kind of a little bit spiteful. They really don't care about the collective, do they? This is how this has been seen as. Has this been disappointing? Yes, it has been disappointing for you because I feel you would have done anything. You would have bent over backwards for this person. And you did wait for this person to change, but they just got seemed to get worse. Um, and I feel you've been very mindful of how you should maintain this relationship, how you should receive this relationship. And this other person didn't give a crap about whether this relationship succeeded or not. They didn't think beyond their nose. They didn't think beyond their nose when they were gossiping away that this is going to actually destroy this relationship. This is I'm actually making a move here to destroy this relationship. And I had no mindfulness at all of I really shouldn't say this. I really shouldn't do this. I really shouldn't gossip like this. I really shouldn't protect all the lies that I've told here. I should really say, you know what? I shouldn't have told those lies. I told those lies because I was trying to protect my own image, and I shouldn't have said those things. And I apologize for saying it. No, this was lies over lies over lies and getting absolutely bogged down with the lies that they told. And now it's such a mess that they've destroyed it. They come to this realization that oh gosh, I've just destroyed, I've obliterated the only relationship that this person is the only person that really truly cared, and I have just obliterated the whole thing. And even people around this person is thinking that too. You can't go back on that now. You've had a third party, you've told people really bad things, you tried to take their money that belonged to them. Um, you can't go, how are you going to explain that? I get this card here pulled out, which is jealousy. This person was resentful. And they may have said to you, I resent you. I resent you. And jealousy comes into it too. About the attention that you were receiving. It was about the attention that it was the way that you were being perceived, and they were jealous of the way that you were being perceived by others, and because these other people trusted you. They trusted you. They said that it's it's great what the collective is achieving here, and just want to help people and all the way that the attention that you were receiving is something that they never received, and they felt resentment of that you were receiving this accolade. You were the perfect model of a caring person, and but you don't know her. You don't know her like I do. They were jealous of your authenticity. Um, that was the root cause of this. And again, Spirit wants me to say, because I think you've been told this, that you have a beautiful soul, and it's inside and out, that you have you portrayed a beautiful soul, a gentle soul inside and out, and nobody ever, in fact, I feel they may have said, oh, you go around and use people. You take money off people, and people are pointing out their flaws while people were saying about the attention you was getting, that oh, the collective would never do that. They've got integrity, they've got value. Now I get here this person was a difficult person. And this difficult person, and I said right from the beginning of this reading, this is something that you want to close this chapter, this difficulty with this this chapter is coming to an end, is partly to do with this person, or it may be more than one person, okay, and you having to clean this mess up. And I feel this is you cleaning up this mess. Um, and getting to the root cause of this. This person was resentful of you because they felt things came so easily to you, and they wanted to destroy that. And it became a difficult person to deal with. Um, and it's that kind of person that once you find out that this person is destructive and they want to destroy um, happiness that in people's lives that people avoid, I don't want that person coming to dysfunction. I don't want that person. Um, I don't want to be close to that person because they're capable of this kind of thing. I'll be wary of it, because this person here does not want you to be happy. Also, they may have isolated you too. They may have pushed you out. When I say you may have not wanted to be around this person, I feel they flipped the script here and said, I don't want that person near me, when it's really the other way around. They're the ones that are dangerous. They're the ones that are malicious. They're the ones that are vindictive, and they're the ones that threw you under the bus. But before you say it, it's like getting in there first. It's like saying, I don't, okay, I threw that person under the bus, but I don't want that person near me, that kind of thing. This person, like I said, this person was resentful because they felt your life, because you made choices in life, your life appeared to them to be a lot more easier, a lot more flowing than their life because of the choices you made. And this difficult person did not want you to have, they were jealous, envious, vindictive. They didn't want you to have that easier life than them. And they started to lash out. And this is where all of this stems from. Okay. But this person has lied, has said all these things, and you get this group of people saying, the collective is not like that at all. And I feel sorry for the collective. I'm to deal with this. Um, and this is where this person's luck is starting to run out. This luck is starting to run out. They're starting to get a reputation. There's other people that they're doing this to as well. They thought this worked with you or somebody else as well in the past, and they're doing it to another person, and it's backfiring. And this run of excitement or this high that they were on, that everybody believed them, um, that they didn't believe you, and this high that they're, oh, I feel so sad for you, collective. I feel so sad that the collective did this to you, and I feel so sad. I'm so sorry for that. How have you coped with that when it was all lies? Um, People are not believing them. I feel people are starting to say, is that the truth? Are you telling the truth here? Because I don't see that. I don't actually see that. In fact, I've stopped listening to you now. Because all I see is a confident woman. All I see is a confident woman. And this old self here, something about years gone by, bringing up the past here. Um, they've evolved. I feel they've evolved since then. You're bringing up something that's dead and buried years ago. This person's moved on from that, and is evolved through that. Has become stronger because of what they went through in that period of time. Um, and I get tell you how they feel. The collective has actually told us how she felt at that time. We were there. We witnessed that. She's moved on since then. Um, So we'll go back to this one here. Tell you how you feel. Somebody's coming back. I feel what this is. This person wants to reconnect with you after doing all of this, after throwing you under the bus, after all this gossip. They want a fresh start with you. They realize that they realize, especially what people are saying, is like, you know what, that was then, and things have changed, and life moves on, kind of thing. I feel this person wants to come back. I get here, you had to sort out a lot of loose ends because of this. Yeah, a lot of loose ends because of this. And somebody's exposing their secrets. So there may be somebody's ready to say, I I shouldn't have said those things, I shouldn't have done those things, because they realise that you are now you're aware of this, or that you have woken up to how this gossip has tried to diminish your character. And I think it did for a while. Oh, I don't know. I heard a noise there. I think it did for a while. Um, I don't know what that noise was, but I feel like sometimes I get spirit around me, and they're probably telling me to not say too much about this. But I don't know why. That don't overdo it with saying too much about it. But it is a reading. There is exposing secrets, but I get a man here that is about to expose a secret that's been buried for a long time. And this is pertaining to the past again. This is something we moved on from, but I get this as an exposing a secret. And it could also be about this gossip, because I get gang stalking, getting everybody against you, to knock you off track, and getting everybody not to give you support. Don't give, isolating you, basically isolating you, um, to not give you support, to create this like gang stalking situation. But I get that here that you're not going to put up with this, or you didn't put up with this. Whoever this is, I get somebody caused hate here towards you. Um, Someone caused hate either to you or another. And for a while, you carried this burden. Yeah, for a while, I get heavy energy, a lot of heavy energy. And for a while, you carried this. You took this on board. But I actually feel that this was not your fault. I don't feel that this was your fault, because you are the one that's the authentic one here, who's not lost in their identity and trying to siphon off other people's energy to actually make that their own. Trying to siphon off your kind of energy and say, they're not like that. I'm like that. They're not like that, though. I'm trying to transfer the way people think about them onto you, and but it's not worked, because you know who you are. You know your true self. You know your identity. Like this other person is an empty shell. They're an empty shell. I even get there could be a sense of that they suffer from depression. And it's also, they're just interested in money. That all they are is just interested in money. And all you are is this loving person. You wanted to show them love, and all they were interested in is the money. Where's the money for me here? Where's the money coming from? I didn't get to know you or invest in you for for nothing, kind of thing. But they want to come back because they feel a bit ashamed. I get they feel ashamed that they could see that you cared for them, that it was true kind of unconditional love. And they wanted you to fall in line with, yeah, they wanted to try to control and dominate the situation so you fall in line with the lies and the narrative. So what's happening here? I do get an energy that this person will return and want to um, realize that it was about love and feels regret in a way. So can we have some cards here that shows this energy that's coming through? Um, yeah, I get here the hammer card, and the hammer card is sabotage. This person sabotaged your relationship, but they want to rebuild. They realize they sabotaged and ruined this relationship, and I feel that this energy. I'm not ever going to do this again to you. I'm not going to sabotage. I realize that it was unconditional love, that you cared because nobody else cares. Um, and I want to work on this and I want to repair this. So I get self-love. Somebody needs to do a lot of self-love here because when you lash out like that, when you lash out and project onto an innocent that cares about you and you destroy and sabotage that relationship, it's not about the person that you are lashing out at, it's about you not having this self love for yourself. And this at the bottom says, love yourself, loving you, taking back control. And once you take back control and start loving yourself, you finally start to feel happy instead of lashing out and resenting. People that you feel have a much easier life, or people that you feel are happier than you, or is it an easy target? Um, and I get the coffin. There's an end to this chapter. The coffin. Somebody may pass, or somebody may have passed, or this could be actually an end of a chapter and new beginnings and tragic endings. Somebody may pass or may have passed, which has triggered this. Um, yeah, and it really helps you focus what's important in life. Um, whoever this is, even if there is this tragedy around you that should help wake up this person is still actually acting quite stubborn, like the mule. Um, this person is acting very bossy, selfish, and inflexible. I do get this person's going to come. Um, I don't know if somebody is saying, you know, we've been through a tragedy with this passing or whatever this is. Life's too short for what you're doing, and what we've seen and you know we've experienced. We haven't experienced what you're saying, and you know you've got to leave things in the past and realize this person has been lying and lashing out because they're not happy with their own life. So I get somebody's going to pop up here. Somebody is going to pop up. A surprise visit, reaching out, and this person's going to reach out in person. So this is a message for someone that somebody is going to reach out in person because of the lies that they told and the behavior that they behaved in was very kind of self-serving, narcissistic in a way, and very destructive. So I've got these heart cards here. I'm just going to finish this reading off here, okay, and pull out a card for whoever I'm reaching out to. I get this card here, which is embrace. And I feel that this is saying that you actually, or this person needs you as the missing puzzle piece. You know, it's like without you, there's a missing piece in my life, and I need you back in my life because I miss that missing dynamic. I feel this person realizes that you were the only authentic person that they could reach out to and talk to. Everybody else is very surface, superficial level, and they can have a really good chat with you and open up and be who they are authentically. But with everybody else, it's really, oh, I'm not really interested in that. Well, I've got to go now. Bye. So that's what they experience with others. With you, it's exploration in conversation. To get embraced through each other, you find the missing pieces. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. And I also picked out this card, which is soulmates. Okay, whether this is family or whether this is a partner, I get soulmates is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Well, there's a soulmate there. I think that's a message to say there is a soulmate there. And, you know, there's a missing piece here, which could be your soulmate. You could have somebody coming in who is the missing piece here. And you don't really need these people in your life because they threw you under the bus. And I get this card here, which is power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say a no or to walk away at any time. I think I'm going to leave it there with that card. Again, it's your choice what you do when this person pops up. Or what you say, or what you say. I'll pull out one more card of the time traveler, or what you say, or what you could say. I don't want to relive a situation that's been dead and buried for many years, many years. And I get transformation. There's transformation here. Whatever this is, there is going to be transformation, a new chapter. Putting behind this old chapter, I'm moving on to the new chapter here, which I feel you can't wait to see the back of. And whether it's you deciding not to have these people in your next chapter, that's up to you. But I do get people popping up here wanting to uh, reunite, wanting to make amends, wanting to have a fresh start. Yeah. So I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching. Please put comments in the comment section. Have a lovely afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, and take care. Bye for now. Bye bye.